kids, the poorest of the poor, those who walk around the railroads who don't have any clothes. Urban poor, because that's worse than the rural poor. Dito marami tayong urban poor sa may, ano na lang, sa mga C-12, di ba yung mga barko? Nakikita natin yung mga talagang squatter. Or even the bedridden, or the poor that are in the hospitals who can't afford it. Bakit? Why Muntinlupa? Why specifically that specific area? Why the criminals?
Kasi walang mga taong gustong tumulong sa kanila.
Most neglected.
They are really hated, no? They're really hated.
Yeah.
They're really hated. In fact, when we go around our friends asking them for donations to our feeding program,
May
there are
resistance.
some who would say, why will I help feed these criminals, no? These rapists, these killers. So that's number one. Number
How do you
two,
answer that question when you're confronted with that?
well, we always say, you know, Jesus himself said, we should, in Matthew 25, during the judgment of nations, we will be divided into sheep and goats, and the Lord will tell us why we are in this side and not on this side. And if you ask him, why am I in this side going to heaven, rewarded with heavenly reward? Because what you did to the least of my brethren, you have done to me.
Faith-based nga.
Diba?
Very strong.
And then when you ask him further, what did I do to deserve this? And he will say, you did this, you fed the hungry, you visited the sick, you visited the prisoners. It was really clearly
So
stated
you're walking the line.
in
Mother
Matthew
Teresa.
25.
Yes.
You're literally walking the
She
line.
is an inspiration.
We try to
Mother
be,
Teresa.
we try to be. you
Doon
know.
ba sa area na yan, kailangan may advocacy ang ganyan? O may there
Meron
are other
din
groups
naman.
there?
Meron din naman. Pero kami, we are constant every year, every Thursday
How
of
long
the
have you been
year.
doing this now?
Well,
7 years.
7 years.
7 years.
We
Wow.
celebrated our 7th year. You see, it was Bobby
That's
who
why the
invited.
cake-
It
the
was
cake of
actually
7
Bobby.
layers.
Yeah.
It was actually Bobby who invited me. When she asked me to join the group, I said, Bobby, I'll just give you
Pera na lang.
money. And he said, no, you are the one I want to come. And
So
I
kailangan
went
pa rin ng tao, hindi lang pera?
Kailangan ng
ng mga taong magtulong.
Dedicated.
Oo.
Who would really give 100% commitment.
yun specialty nila, yung sick and dying, giving love and comfort. That is the one we need.
That's a difficult job. But,
Yeah.
you know,
Priestly. It's a priestly job.
So what you require is not enough that you give money, but you would rather have volunteers to come in and help you as well care for
Yes.
those who
Yes.
are passing on.
And
already.
consistently going there, not coming only once or twice.
Are you making a dent? Because alam ko, let me see if my statistics are right. You've got over 21,000 inmates based on your...
I think 15,000.
15,000 ba? Okay,
But we have about
15,000
700 in the hospital.
And you restrict yourselves in the hospital
Hospital-
area, which is
hospitals.
really what you call the departure area.
Yes.
So when you say
excuse me,
that,
Hindi naman
Departure is the
departure.
ICU.
Hindi naman
Yeah, ICU yung
is the
departure
departure
area.
area. We have all other wards
Yeah.
also. Like
The
we have
other
the
wards.
mental wards, we have the cardio and all the other, like an ordinary, regular hospital. But actually, we have also our member inmates na part of the Thursday group who help us in our work in the hospital.
how do you mean by member inmates? What do you mean by that?
These are
They're part of the
able-bodied.
Thursday group,
Oo.
yes,
Yes.
they're part
and they are
able-bodied.
inmates.
Yes.
And
Naka-blue na
usually-
uniform na nakikita.
And
mo.
usually these people are already parish workers. They are workers in the Our Lady of Lourdes.
When
Lourdes
one is
Parish.
incarcerated and you're staying there for long periods of time, I can't think of help, or I can't help but think that you would turn to the Lord, because what else is there left? Wala na, ikaw na lang.
But Him.
Wala na. You're in four corners, four walls. Di ba? It is a natural direction for a man who's desperate that there's nothing left in life. Di magdadasal na lang, parang ganon. So it's not difficult when it comes to priestly stuff and praise and prayer. Hindi problema.
Hindi naman.
Wala
Hindi
naman nagre-resist sa inyo, no, ng mga
Hindi
inmates. Yun ang
naman.
tinatanong ko
Oo.
doon. Wala
Not,
naman.
not all of
Kasi
them
they're
naman
very
doon.
based on lonesomeness. They're so lonely.
Bakit?
May
Yung mga yan,
nepo.
mga binitawan na ng society, ng mga
Yeah.
pamilya nila.
Even
Talagang-
Iiwan
homeless,
na.
yes.
ganun ang direksyon na nakikita nyo. Yun experience nyo.
Wala na. They don't have
And we're
anybody.
talking also about the older inmates here. Na iniwan na ng pamilya, like they come from Visayas, nobody visits them, especially if they come from the poor,
Pag
poor
malayo,
family.
ah.
They don't have the funds to come to Bilibid and
Right.
visit their family, or even send money. So that's the reason. So it's one thing that also that we do to give them is a sense of belongingness.
Right.
That they're part of a family. Thursday group is actually a family for them. So every Thursday, pag nakikita na kami, pagkikita mo, they're all smiles, they're there to welcome us. And they know that they have a family among us.
So it's not enough you go there to give food or even pray with them. You have to really be with them, and
Interact.
it must be emotionally tiring, if not exhausting, to sit there and then week after week, there's one less, two less namamatay, natutuluyan na. It must be extremely depressing.
Actually, it's
Hanggang
not.
hindi naman, no.
Actually, it's
Yeah, because I
not.
see smiles on your faces. I mean, close to having rings on top of your heads, like saints. But, hindi ba?
The
Hindi ba parang
irony.
depressive yan?
No, no.
Yung pupunta mo, si Jose, natuloy na po. Di ba? Parang ganun.
The irony of it, no, 'di ba, yun kabaligtaran. Yun parang when you know that the person is suffering and it's so spiritual. So I don't want to so the
No, but it's good. I'd like you to emote that on
Okay,
TV because
okay.
so that the viewers will
Okay.
be able to understand, because the viewers out there, kayo po nanonood,
Okay.
marami sa inyo i-repel to eh. Alam mo na mga kriminal, iwan na yung mga yan. Pabulukin na natin yung mga yan. Kung walang redemption, walang hindi babalik eh. Kailangan magsisi ka muna sa ginawa mo sa mga tao.
Pero pag-isipan mo muna yan bago mo sabihin. Kasi usually, yung nagsasabi nyon ay isang tao na hindi pa nahuli at hindi pa napapasok sa bilangguan. Parang swerte lang nila na nasasabi nila yon kasi hindi sila pa nahuhuli. Itong mga tao na to, nahuli na sila. You know, it's something...
In other words,
in
there are
other
also
words,
rapists outside, there are also murderers, there are
Even
also
criminals,
criminals, but they were not catch
They
yet.
steal.
Oh, you mean congressmen, senators? I'm sorry. You're talking about people in general. I thought iba.
so,
Yung mga inuhuli ni Noy Noy, di ba? Sige.
so, yun ang so based on that, we have to base our mission with mercy. Because we know very well each one of us is a sinner. Who can say you haven't sinned? So once you are there, then and you have repented and you have nobody to even give you comfort or give you a bit of a smile or an embrace.
It affects me because you seem to emote it. It's what I want the audience to see. The effort that you're doing is not just straight missionary work. It's not just a regular routine or what you call the run-of-the-mill going out and doing a medical mission of sorts. It's really taking part in their, well, it's pity. Yes, it's pity, but you're trying to alleviate the pain, the pain that will not go away for these people even until the last breath. Because you were telling me, ladies and gentlemen, they're telling me that many in their experience, people die off because they're sick, yes, they're old, yes. Not necessarily old, many die young as well, but simply because nagugutom. So they do die inside even the facility. Parang ganon. That's correct. Nakikita nyo. So miski pa paano, one way or the other, nakakatulong kayo. Okay, we're gonna have to take a short break. It's very emotional to hear something like this and to actually realize that there is a group like the Thursday group that really devote their time. It's a non-government group. It's not based on profit. In fact, it's based on straight missionary work. They require funds because there is no business model. What happens is funds that come in are used week after week, just as we know, because food is consumed. It is not for them that the food and the money, it's not for their pockets or for their convenience to travel there and back. They're already doing that. But to multiply the food so that more can be helped, more can feel a little better as they move on to the twilight, I suppose. Stay with us, we'll be right back.